Hey y'all, it's Natalie, and it's time for Acrylic Stash Bust again with my friends Nicole, Jennifer, and Jessica. And today I'm using that sunset piece. It is from Not Just for Boys Kit Club, and I am scrapbooking a picture of me and my husband in front of a sunset. This is on the lake. So I am using the Sunburst stencil. It's from Simple Stories, the Retro Summer collection. And I'm not bringing the paste all the way to the edge because I do want it to have kind of an organic edge. I don't want a hard stop. And I'm not doing the center because my photo is going to cover it up. Before I remove it, I'm going to use these powdered pigments. These are from Paper Artsy, and this one is a yellow and then the other one is a pink. And watch the magic happen. I'm sprinkling them on top of the texture paste before I remove the stencil so it holds its shape. And watch as they just kind of appear. So they're soaking into the texture paste, but I didn't spritz it with water or anything. And as it dries, they will, harden with the texture paste, and we'll have this really cool pigmented look. And I'm really happy with how it looks. I'm just softening out a couple of the edges of the Sunburst, and I'm thrilled with it. I did not put any gesso on this paper. By the way, this is a 9x12 layout. So I'm showing you what it looks like, and I love it, but I did want to add a little splatter, but I was showing you what it looked like before I added it, just in case I ruined it. But I don't. Spoiler alert, I don't. I just pulled out a few watercolor sprays, and I'm just sprinkling them around, mostly around the texture paste and across the center of the page and a little bit at the top and bottom. And I chose a couple hot pinks, an orange, and a yellow to kind of go with the colors of the sunset. It wasn't a particularly cloudy day, so the sunset was not super colorful that night, but we went out on the boat with no kids, so it didn't matter what the sunset looked like. It was a glorious time. So I have this little film strip from 49th and Market, the Sunburst collection, and then that little tag right there is from a really old Kaisercraft collection. Not like really old, it's a few years old. And then I'm mostly going to embellish with some 49 and Market rub-ons, because duh. And the laser cuts from the Sunburst collection by 49 and Market as well. I just can't get enough of this collection and these rub-ons. And so, I love doing these acrylic stash busting videos because it's not like for a design team or anything, and I can kind of dig into my stash and really play with some of my supplies without having to try to use new things that I just received. And even though I didn't get this all that long ago, but I just love it so much. So I'm just kind of figuring out where I want to go. I have that one map piece of a rub-on, and it has all the different colors from the collection in it. So I'm just going to cut it apart and kind of place it in a couple different places above and below the title. And, the abstract nature of that and the distressed nature of it allows for me to place it just around the page in different places without making it seem like it's out of place, or, being able to tell that I cut it apart to use it in two different places. So I love that. And yeah, they're working, it's going over some of the splatter, and then I'm going to add a few more pieces of rub-ons that kind of mimic the splatter look, but also look like I added more rub-ons intentionally around the page. I did use a ton of adhesive on the back of these pieces because they're sticking directly onto texture paste, so things don't really like to stick onto that. So just remember that when you're sticking things down to your mixed media, just use lots of extra adhesive. I'm only using my Nuvo adhesive on the dots of this little ribbon cutout because I didn't want to make a giant mess, and that's all it takes to hold it down. I use my cherry tape to adhere down that film strip because it's see-through, and it's a really good tape to use for that. First, I'm going to add a few more rub-ons. Oh, I pulled out the butterflies because they matched the colors in the texture paste. I pulled those out from the laser cuts, and then there was one that also was a rub-on that matched. So I like the idea of a trio of butterflies flying down there. And then I just Nuvo adhesive that acrylic piece, and it sticks quite nicely. And I'm going to use a few puffy alphas to add OHL, which is stands for our lake. It's Old Hickory Lake, so it's like sunset at Old Hickory Lake. And yeah, I'm just going to add a few more rub-ons around, like I said earlier, to mimic the splatters and just add a little cohesion amongst all of between the rub-ons and the colors in the mixed media and things like that. I have this little tag from the same collection that I'm going to tuck in here. And I don't show this on screen, but I did know that it needed a little something more. So off screen at the end, I did go through with some Spiegel Mom Strap sequins and just kind of sprinkled them around the page. I combined a couple of collections to just pull out the colors that I had in the page. And you'll see those in the close-up photos. You can also see close-up photos on my Instagram. Make sure to hop around. I'll link down below to Nicole, Jennifer, and Jessica's videos and or Instagram links. They're always so talented, and if you have a lot of acrylic pieces or like wood grain pieces like we do, hopefully you'll get some inspiration on how to use them. I'm just going to add that little label there from another 49 in Market collection, and I will date stamp on it with black ink to kind of coincide with like the black on my shirt and the black on the rub-ons. So that's it. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'd love it if you'd like and subscribe. Let me know if you have any questions, and I'll put some affiliate links down below if you want to shop. Thanks for watching, y'all. Bye.